Oh, Disrupt is going to be amazing this year. I've just been 24/7 the past few weeks, putting a lot of the startups that are going to be in the startup battlefield through rehearsals. We're going to have, I think we have 30 now, 30 amazing startups. We've had applications. We had more than 500 applications from as far as Siberia and Japan, and of course New York City and California. I can't get into the details of what these startups are, but in general, it's everything from location-based services to really interesting things. We even have like a medical device. We have people doing things with education, with enterprise, sort of across the gamut. It's a really good group of companies. We have an online application process where you sort of give your pitch, you put up a video, you put up slides, and then we go through all of those, each of those applications, we go through all of those, and then we pick the best ones, and the best ones we then do demos usually over Skype, and then we call that down even further, and then we pick our finalists based on that, and then we bring the finalists into in-person demos to help them with their demos. Disrupt is a massive event. It actually spans 5 days. We start on the weekend, May 21st and 22nd, with a big hackathon, and we're going to have 700 people show up, and they have 24 hours to create products, and then the best products from that then become, they get to go on stage during the 3 days of the actual Disrupt conference. And during the Disrupt conference, we of course have a startup battlefield, which is these 30 companies launching, these companies are a little bit further along than the people who went to the hackathon, obviously. And some of them are actually well-known entrepreneurs who you've heard of before doing their second or third thing. But in the mornings, we have a regular conference with speakers, panels. We don't really do panels. We try to really pair people to to discuss and debate interesting topics. So, for instance, we're going to kick off the event with Fred Wilson of Union Square Ventures, and then Dennis Crowley on one-on-ones, talking about sort of not just the New York tech and startup scene, but what's been going on just in general. Ashton Kutcher's going to be joining us. He's going to talk about whatever he wants to talk about, I guess. But he's got a huge Twitter following. He's doing some very interesting things with his not-for-profit with his wife, and really sort of galvanizing his users to for social good. He's also an investor in a lot of startups. So I think he's pretty much the most clued in of the Hollywood set. When we do New York, we really like to talk about disruptions in media, and that includes publishing, print, music, TV, video, Hollywood, you name it. But throughout the whole conference, we have discussions about social music, about publishing. I'm going to be talking with John Borthwick and Greg Clayman from the Daily, talking about tablet publishing. Charlie Rose is going to be interviewing Paul Graham, who is the founder of Y Combinator, and what's been going on there. They're every year they get bigger and bigger, and they're about to launch 60 startups. It's just like this explosion of entrepreneurism, and the whole point of the conference is to try to capture that in a bottle, if you will, and display it on stage and talk about it in different ways. It's going to be huge. We're taking over Pier 94, which is a giant pier on the west side, and we could accommodate as many people as want to show up, and we're tracking better than last year. Last year, we ended up with about 1,800 people who showed up when everything was all counted at the end, and I think we're gonna beat that.